England and France, two nations with a complex sporting relationship spanning decades. And for all involved, there is added complexity. Players, colleagues, teammates at club level. But such camaraderie must be put aside for now. It is undoubtedly a stern test for both sides. Well, it looks like a big game, sounds like a big game. Everyone involved is absolutely up for it. And we rise now for the English national anthem. Well, that was special. Now stand by for this. It's got all the ingredients. It is bound to be good.
Yeah, and this one I see as a game between two sides who know each other all too well, and games between the two have been generally close. While there will be quite a bit of probing and prodding, I'm expecting this to be nice and tight.
There's the whistle. Jim, which player is best equipped for this game?
Well, I'm curious to see the winger Anthony Gordon being tasked with doing what he does here, Peter. He's such a good team player. I think he'll be looking to create space in those key areas out wide. He certainly has all the right attributes to do that. The pace, the directness, the work rate. He's got everything he needs.
I think the opposition defence agree too. He's going to be the source of so many of their headaches. Last-ditch defending, but that'll do. Ball's gone out of play. Now it's Olise. Koundé. Look at the space here. And the finish! There it is!
Well, there's leadership for you. That's what the armband means for him, setting the perfect example, the perfect tone. Tremendous.
A finish of great intelligence. He just understood and he executed so smoothly.
Yeah, the touch before the finish is so often the critical part, and we've just seen an example.
So we have had the first significant moment. It is 1-0.
Well, he's certainly happy with that after what's been said in the build-up, you know.
Bellingham. Spread it left. Now it's Doué. And here's Mbappe. Can he finish? He's got a goal! They have heard the starter's pistol and come racing out of the blocks. And that is about as cool as they come. He picked his spot expertly.
Well, Peter, I think the keeper knew straight away he was never going to get to it.
So that's two now without reply.
Well, their manager seems to have them always thinking about the next goal. When's the next goal coming? They're such an entertaining watch.
And here's Olise. Very nicely done. And here's Mbappe. Takes a shot! Well, now it's a race for the ball.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
He shifted it to the flank. Oh, he's found support out wide. He is through here. Chance for a shot! And that is wildly off target.
That's a shame, Peter. Such a great run, but he didn't have that clinical edge.
Nicely aimed pass. Oh, well played, well sorted out. Distributed tidily. It's a promising position. Caught offside that time. Anderson. Now Konsa. Rice. Now it's Kane. The muscular approach does pay off here. Oh, good spread. Olise. Mbappe. James. And here's Mbappe. Olise. And the assistant referee rightly gives him offside. Pass somewhat off target. Koundé has created one goal already. And it's Doué. And that's a good ball. Rice. Kane. It's a really well-measured ball. That's a throw. Tchouaméni gets over and intercepts. Now it's Mbappe. Yeah, he's fouled him there. Stones. 30 minutes gone. And he was quick to react. Bellingham. That's a good ball out wide. And he's there to clear it. Lovely passing, lovely movement as well. Mbappe receives it in a good position here. Oh, they can break here. And it's Hernandez. Mbappe shoots! Now, who's going to be first to this? Oh, he's given that plenty, but no. France have their second corner now. Cleared away. Tchouaméni. Oh, this is a shapes to shoot! Just cruising! They are cruising! Up by 3. They have their boots on the throats of their foes.
But pour l'équipe de France. Après 40 minutes de jeu par le numéro 8.
France find a position of real strength now. Over to the right flank. Now it's Olise. Now it's Mbappe. Gordon. Spread to the right. Saliba. France have got it back and they'll have another go. Big chance! Keeper's got his work done.
Well, it's almost like he had too much thinking time there, Peter.
And this could be the final action of the first half. That's a decent clearance. And he's cleared it out of harm's way. And that's really well manoeuvred. And no, that was never going to make it. And that brings the first half to a close. Well, I don't think many people saw this coming ahead of kick-off.
Well, they're in a great position, Peter, so why stop now? I would say keep going, keep at it. They've done everything right so far, so they'll want to keep things that way.
France, seemingly the only team to have turned up here. It is 3-0 at the break.
Merci à tous d'accueillir nos joueurs.
That gets us going once more. Now it's Kane. Upamecano. And it's Hernandez. Now it's Doué. Stones makes the interception. James. O'Reilly. Played out towards the right wing. And Madueke, he's picked his way through. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. And it's Hernandez. That is good alertness. Kane. Nicely spread. And here's Madueke. Now it's Olise. Now, what about a counter-attack? He's gone for goal. A whisker away from making it 4.
Well, it didn't quite come off this time, Peter, but that's a warning to the opposition. This team know how to counter, and they'll be looking to do it every chance they get.
He has found a way through. Well, that's surely a foul. Free kick. That's a quick free kick. Now, can he find a finish? Hoist it in.
There's much frustration.
Tries a shot! And a neat finish.
But pour l'équipe d'Angleterre. Après 59 minutes de jeu par le numéro 18.
England may be down, but not out just yet. Koundé, Mbappe being hounded, manhandled at times.
Yeah, as you'd expect, Peter, that defence ought to know when to step up or drop off, and they finally made a decision to get tighter.
He's got away. He's found some space. Saliba, defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man.
I'm struggling to work out whether that was brave or a bit stupid. Maybe both, actually.
He's shifting through the gears here. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Now it's Olise. Bellingham. Goes looking wide. That's a throw. So time for change, and this one has been on the cards for a little while.
Attention, changement.
And that's another throw. Anderson. Mbappe. Dembele. Olise gets into a good position. And he's intervened well there. Rice. Oh, this looks sharp. That ball looks a good one. And he's managed to get free. Oh, what's he giving here? He's given a penalty. France present their opponents with the best possible chance here. The players protesting furiously, but there's little or no sympathy from the ref. Terrific save by Manuel. Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. And that's a poor penalty.
A cool head was needed there, and we got anything but.
Rabiot tries to clear.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
He's on it, can he get away? Into the last quarter of an hour. Anderson, spread out to the left, and here's Gordon, in with the challenge. Now it's Olise. Oh, that's fabulous. And it's Doué. Hernandez. He's having a pop! And that would have been game, set and match.
Oh, he went for it there, knowing full well that it could have all been wrapped up.
Changement.
France get their fourth corner. Rice is there, and he can get that clear. And now a sudden chance to counter. Now it's Saka. Now it's Doué. Olise. Dembele. And the shot! And there's a goal! Oh, beautifully dispatched. There was no reaching that.
Just way, way too good, Peter. The keeper was never going to stop it.
But pour l'équipe de France. Après 83 minutes de jeu par le numéro 7.
So now the difference is 3. Rodgers. Now it's Kane. Over to the right flank. Saka has it out wide and in space. Saka! And it's been taken short. Plays it across. Meno! Decent attempt, but not quite good enough. Gordon stood his ground strongly. Gordon! Oh, the ball's come loose here. Great football, shot and save. Rice plays it short. France have the chance to go the other way.
Il y aura 4 minutes de temps additionnel.
He's had a fair top. Could be danger here. Oh, that's a key interception. He's found a way through. Rice. There will be 4 extra minutes. And that will be it. France really have hit the heights. A tour de force that has left their opponents reeling. And that is what tends to happen when they do their thing. Mbappe claiming the Man of the Match award. And there is very little room for argument. So there it is. England and France, two nations with a complex sporting relationship spanning decades. And for all involved, there is added complexity. Players, colleagues, teammates at club level. But such camaraderie must be put aside for now. It is undoubtedly a stern test for both sides. Well, colour and passion just oozing from the stands here. These fans love their football, and we're about to be dished up a feast of it. We can only hope that this one will deliver, as it has so often in the past.
Yeah, and this one I see as a game between two sides who know each other all too well, and games between the two have been generally close. While there will be quite a bit of probing and prodding, I'm expecting this to be nice and tight.
So we're very much on the way now. And it's James. Doué. Bellingham. Now it's Kane. And it's Bellingham. Succumbs to the pressure. Oh, no question, that's a foul. Bellingham. Now it's Mbappe. Now it's Dembele. So, Jim, tell me this, who are you looking for in particular here?
Yeah, Jordan Pickford. He's a great all-round goalkeeper, Peter. Great at shot stopping and dominant in his box. He also gets counter-attacks going with his accurate long passes. The opposition should be a little wary of committing too many men forward to attack, because if it does break down, this guy can get them in trouble pretty quickly.
Yes, they'll certainly be leaning heavily on him. Little pass back. Look at this, and the shot! Goal, France! You don't keep those outs. He knew, he just knew.
Well, it's one of those, Peter, when you've got to take your hat off and just say, too good.
But pour l'équipe de France, après 13 minutes de jeu par le numéro 10.
France penetrate first. It is a truly precious lead.
Well, the roof's just about stayed on, but the crowd level has gone up a notch or 10.
Olise. And it's Doué. Oh, the defence just about came out on top. It's Rabiot! And the ball's come loose here. Olise. Koundé. France very much in the ascendancy and with a goal to their name.
It's a decent chance to counter-attack.
And shifted it to the flank. Now it's Doué. Now it's Mbappe. Shapes to shoot! Oh, he's given that plenty, but no.
Mbappe certainly knows that he's missed a real chance there, but he can't dwell on that. He needs to pick himself up and move on.
Konsa. And the two sides separated by the game's only breakthrough moment to this point. 1-0 the score. He's in plenty of space here. Doué. Just about within shooting range. Tries to play it through. Oh, that's delightful. Now it's Mbappe. Shoots! A potential goal of the season contender, if only.
Mbappe clearly is trying to be too clever there. He should have gone with his instincts.
France with the corner, they're first. Anderson tries to clear. And that's a good... Mbappe! Not a bad try by any means. Madueke. And it's James. Doué. And he's managed to get free. Dembele. And here's Mbappe.
Mbappe really needed to concentrate on protecting the ball. Then again, he was being very closely marshalled.
He has found a way through. In towards the back stick. Cleared away. Done delicately. And it's hoisted clear. Now it's Mbappe. Goes looking wide. Hernandez. He's going for goal! Big relief, it just needed better contact.
It's certainly a bold attempt, and there's nothing wrong with that. Shame he didn't work the keeper a bit more, though.
Konsa. Anderson. Played out towards the right wing. Now, can they get him away? Anderson is in a really good position out wide. And he's there to belt it away. Nice looking ball. That's the keeper's ball.
Additionnel, 1 minute.
Rabiot. Now it's Mbappe. Now it's Olise. Back towards the middle. Oh, good spread. And the shot's on here. And the shot! Oh, that is a fair try. And it's half-time. So the team's still separated by one goal, but it should be very different. Any strong opinions on the first half?
Okay, they got hit with that one sucker punch, but I don't think there was much wrong with their overall approach. I think the boss needs to give his team a lift during the break, and they should still be quite buoyant.
France can look back at a decent first half. 1-0 the score. Away we go again.
Well, if you're ahead, it's a good time to start moving the ball quicker, Peter. Entice your opponents out. See if you can open them up a bit more.
Mbappe. Mbappe! Oh, split-second reaction.
Well, you get a sense, Peter, that he could almost get to anything today.
Corner number 2 then. Point-blank header! He will be livid with himself. James. Aimed beyond the defence. That's a throw. Oh, this is a great position. Yeah, that does look a foul. Referee's given a free kick.
Disappointing, very disappointing. He knew what he was doing, as deliberate and cynical as it comes.
Going for goal! But he's left disappointed.
Yeah, it's good movement though. A bit unlucky he couldn't actually steer it goalwards.
Rice. Now it's Kane. Nicely spread. And here's Madueke. He's shifting through the gears here. Tries a shot!
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Mbappe being given no time to dwell on the ball here.
Well, to be fair to that defence, it's nigh on impossible to cater for such astute movement, but at least, eventually, they've made the right call.
Oh, it's Dembele. Now this chance! And it's in! And there we have it, the 2-goal cushion. What a moment of brilliance. Control and perfect accuracy.
Yeah, the touch before the finish is so often the critical part, and we've just seen an example.
Things starting to look very comfortable.
Well, now's the time you can afford to be more daring, Peter. It may be tempting to sit on this, but I'd say go and grab a third.
Upamecano. Rabiot. And here's Mbappe. Spread out to the left. Now it's Doué. And it's Rabiot. It's Rabiot! And it's there! And with that, it is pretty much a done deal. He made it happen, squeezed through with sheer will and considerable accuracy.
The keeper might have been a little unsighted. He seemed awfully late in reacting to that.
France find a position of real strength now.
Yeah, it's all happening now. There's been an upping of the intention and urgency, a real step up in possession and purpose now.
There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. That is good alertness. And they'll start all over again with the goalkeeper. Stones. France have hit a quick-fire double here. Mbappe! It's all a little bit desperate, but it's got the job done.
Oh, that's brilliantly defended, though. It looked destined for a goal.
Chance, surely! And he should have made it 4.
I think that's just more proof that this team is very comfortable playing on the break. They're really swift.
Changement.
France have their third corner. Defending of the desperate variety. And now they can spring out of defence. Oh, that's fabulous. Great defending, strong and determined. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. Now it's Doué. James gets across to intercept that. Into the last quarter of an hour. Distributed tidily. Oh, he's found support out wide. That's going to go a long way. It's a really well-measured ball. Oh, that is a nice touch. Now it's Kane. Kane driving forwards. Now this is a potential flashpoint, and the referee has his hands full.
Well, talk about being caught between a rock and a hard place. I don't think he had much choice there, although he's paid for it.
Changement en cours.
Kane! And that is high. That's a good ball out wide.
Olise clearly held on to it far too long there. Did he do enough to find someone? He looked as if he had his mind set on trying to do everything his way.
Rabiot does have his name on the score sheet, of course. Spread to the right. Very nicely done. Rabiot. And here's Olise. Mbappe. Rodgers. Now Anderson. Saka.
They want to be quick here. It's breakaway time.
He's found a way through. That's good play.
Il y aura 4 minutes de temps
Time
additionnel.
added on 4 minutes. Olise has created 1 goal already, and it's made its way to him. Oh, well played, well sorted out. Gordon. The referee's awarded a free kick. Anderson. And here's Kane. Comes under pressure and it's come loose. Well, there's the clearance. And back to the keeper. And that's that. France, just a thrill to witness here. Quick, slick, and such fun. You really would fear for anyone playing up against them right now. Mbappe picking up the Man of the Match award, and no surprise there. The end of the game. England and France, two nations with a complex sporting relationship spanning decades. And for all involved, there is added complexity. Players, colleagues, teammates at club level. But such camaraderie must be put aside for now. It is undoubtedly a stern test for both sides. Well, colour and passion just oozing from the stands here. These fans love their football, and we're about to be dished up a feast of it. We can only hope that this one will deliver, as it has so often in the past.
Yeah, and this one I see as a game between two sides who know each other all too well, and games between the two have been generally close. While there will be quite a bit of probing and prodding, I'm expecting this to be nice and tight.
If you have just joined, you have just missed the kickoff. Doué, Rice. So, Jim, tell me this, who are you looking for in particular here?
Yeah, Jordan Pickford. He's a great all-round goalkeeper, Peter. Great at shot stopping and dominant in his box. He also gets counter-attacks going with his accurate long passes. The opposition should be a little wary of committing too many men forward to attack, because if it does break down, this guy can get them in trouble pretty quickly.
Yeah, I'd have picked him too. No doubt the fans feel much the same way. And that's a throw-in. Tries to pass it through. Bellingham. It's a goal kick. A poorly directed kick from the keeper. He's given it away. Stones. Neither side especially adventurous early on. And here's Mbappe. He's gone for goal! Wide, but only just.
He's not happy, and you'd expect that, but at least there's plenty of appreciation for what was a genuinely fine effort.
Anderson. Now it's Kane. So a third of the match, or thereabouts, gone, and we still await the first goal. And here's Dembele. Now it's Mbappe. He's had a shot! And we have our very first corner. And he gets rid in a hurry. Out for a throw. Hernandez. And here's Doué. And it's made its way to him. Decent chance! Goal, France! You give him an inch and he'll take a mile. Such immaculate precision.
Well, I'm sat here, Peter, thinking that the keeper might have done a little better then. Maybe his positioning wasn't great, but then again, I don't think he had a wonderful view of it.
France have their opener. It is a goal of real significance.
Well, the roof's just about stayed on, but the crowd level has gone up a notch or 10. There's a real tenacity about their defensive play, and it's up close and personal.
And it's Doué. Now it's Mbappe. And he shoots! Oh, good finish. A quite incredible spell. They are flying. His position was perfect, the invitation was there for him, and his response absolutely clinical.
Some great movement here, and the pass was perfect. All he had to do was just apply the finishing touch.
France are sitting pretty, 2-0 up.
This is wonderful front-footed football. The manager will be absolutely thrilled to see his team clicking in every department.
Dembele. Dembele gets flagged offside. Now it's Kane. Played out towards the right wing. He's picked his way through. He's dealt with that really well. Rice with the short one. Now then, the ball's come loose. Here comes another. Oh, good climb! Oh, that wasn't the worst effort in the world.
Kane certainly knows that he's missed a real chance there, but he can't dwell on that. He needs to pick himself up and move on.
Nicely spread. Madueke. And that pass just didn't quite work. Oh no, what has happened here? Oh, that's... Can he finish? Oh, wonderful effort, all by himself.
Well, that was certainly impressive, Peter. Great run, just a shame the finish let him down.
Pass somewhat off target. Oh, it's Dembele. Oh, good spread. And here's Elise. Mbappe.
And he could have done himself a massive favour by just lifting his head up there. You know, it would have been a better picture of what was going on around him.
That's a risky ball, you've got to say. And he's managed to get rid. Rice. Half-time coming up, and little doubt as to which of the two sides is the happier.
That's positional gold, the utilisation of space.
Now it's Mbappe. Good effort from distance. Konsa. And it's Stones. Now James. Bellingham. And it's James. Space for him to turn and look. Madueke tries a cross. Well, that's surely a foul, free kick. And that's going to be a booking. That has been knocked clear.
Additionnel, 3 minutes.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
And here's Madueke. Bellingham. Mbappe. Now it's Mbappe. And he was quick to react. And here's Madueke. And that is the end of the first half. Some first half thoughts?
Well, Peter, at 2-0, you're faced with the choice of just trying to see the match out or forcing the issue even further. I'd always be inclined to go for the latter, go for a third, especially with a full half of football still to play.
France looking good, feeling good. It is 2-0 at the break. So we're straight back at it at the start of the second half. And they can counter here. And here's Elise. Distributed tidily. And he's been shifted off it. Dembele. Now it's Elise. Dembele. Rabiot. Driving chance for a shot!
That's just playing it safe and simple. If they want to counter, they could do with more speed.
Now it's Mbappe. That's a good ball out wide. And it's Rabiot. They want to be quick to recover this. Corner number 2 then. And the ball's come loose here. Shoots!
I think that's great defending. He just made sure he was in the right place to block it, and I bet you the keeper's very relieved.
It's a pretty loose pass. And here's Doué. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. Tries from a long way out. And that will sail harmlessly past.
Yeah, he's disappointed with himself, but at least his boss is applauding the effort he made.
Anderson. Looking for the run. Madueke. Mbappe looking to shake off some unwanted attention.
Well, he's profited handsomely already in this match, and at last their sense of danger has...
Oh, shooting chance! Yes! With fun and fury, they continue to do their thing. He made it happen, squeezed through with sheer will and considerable accuracy.
Keeper might have been a little unsighted. He seemed awfully late in reacting to that.
So time for change, and this one has been on the cards for a little while.
Yeah, it was pretty clear the manager's not been getting what he wants out of his players, so a substitution was going to come. I think it could have been sooner.
France find a position of real strength now.
It was indecision all round. They have to do a bit better than that.
Whistle's gone, that's foul. Rice. And it's O'Reilly. Rodgers. And here's Gordon. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising.
They want to be quick here. It's breakaway time.
And it's Doué. That's very neat. Rice. Not the most accurate pass. And here's Doué. Now it's Doué. And a shot! Great football, shot and save.
Yeah, that was a fantastic run, and it showed how brilliantly energetic he is.
Changement.
France have their third corner. Cleared without hesitation. And now they can spring out of defence. Dembele gives it back. And here's Olise. Stones deals with that comfortably. Olise, who's set up one goal so far. Spread out to the left. Now it's Doué. France are closing in on a comfortable win. Dembele purring through the gears. No way through, so back it comes. Big chance! And it's in! They will take that. They are absolutely ripping it up. Perfect placement. The one place the keeper couldn't reach.
That's just a fabulous, fabulous finish. Anything that close to the frame of the goal, 99 times out of 100, the keeper's not getting there.
France are at the peak of their powers. As for their opponents, a long way from that. It's a really well-measured ball. Now it's Doué. Well, that has not gone well. Nicely spread. Now it's Olise. Koundé. Some really good ball movement. Stones.
Temps additionnel, 3 minutes.
It's not an especially good pass, that. Board shows there will be 3 extra minutes. Distributed tidily. And it's Menu. Now it's Olise. Konsa makes the interception. Referee looks at his watch and blows his whistle. Well, that was a tale of two very different teams. One driven, ruthless, prolific. The other quite the opposite in all of those areas. The result, a very accurate reflection of what we saw. Mbappe claiming the Man of the Match award, and there is very little room for argument. Well, how will we look back on that?
That is a superb...
England and France, two nations with a complex sporting relationship spanning decades. And for all involved, there is added complexity. Players, colleagues, teammates at club level. But such camaraderie must be put aside for now. It is undoubtedly a stern test for both sides. Just listen to that noise. This place is definitely up for it. Let's hope we get a contest worthy of the setting. We can only hope that this one will deliver, as it has so often in the past.
Yeah, and this one I see as a game between two sides who know each other all too well, and games between the two have been generally close.
Can he finish? What a wonderful goal!
What a super start, a total shocker for the opponents. Talk about how to wrestle control. That's how you do it.
And that will surely go down as one of the easiest goals he could ever score.
And the first thing he's going to do here, Peter, is thank his teammate for the pass. It put it on a plate for him.
So we have had the first significant moment. It is 1-0.
Well, he's certainly happy with that after what's been said in the build-up, you know.
Now it's Mbappe. And here's Elise.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Kane. And here's Doué. Chance! And that's in! They have heard the starter's pistol and come racing out of the blocks. Piercing, and with pinpoint accuracy, he forces it through.
Yeah, Peter, I think we've got to give the keeper some slack here because he didn't have the greatest view of that. But you've got to give the scorer his due as well. I mean, he had that sharpness of mind and clinical edge.
So that's 2 now without reply.
To be expected, Peter. They've gone and stepped it up, something they've been threatening to do and will continue to do by the looks of it.
Chouameni. And it's Rabiot. That's Rabiot. Looking to pass their way up the pitch. Oh, well cut out. No margin for error there at all. O'Reilly. Can he get on the end of this? He's found a way through. Gordon is fouled. Pass somewhat off target. Now it's Mbappe. That has not gone well. Still pretty early days, but the difference in fortune is very clear. Now it's Mbappe. Now it's Doué. Picked out brilliantly, and the shot! Oh, and they really should have been made to pay. Anderson. Elise. And here's Mbappe. There's the shot! Oh, it's come off the upright. A collective sigh of relief from the defence. O'Reilly. And it's Bellingham. It's a pretty loose pass. Hernandez. Now it's Mbappe. Mbappe! And it's there! And they are tearing the opposition apart here. Simply breathtaking stuff. That really is quite fabulous. All his own doing. France find a position of real strength now. Spread to the right. Madueke. Rabiot gets a foot in here. Stones calmly anticipates. Played down the flank. Floated through. Konsa. And it's been given away. James. And Madueke. Almost half an hour in now. Dembele. And this is Kane. Pressure coming in from all directions. And it's Doué. Rabiot. And here's Mbappe. And he's in on a chance! And a neat finish. They are purring, truly purring. You give him an inch and he'll take a mile. Such immaculate precision.
The keeper might have been a little unsighted. He seemed awfully late in reacting to that.
France are having a ball here.
Well, their manager seems to have them always thinking about the next goal. When's the next goal coming? They're such an entertaining watch.
Oh, the ball's gone astray. Oh, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Oh, it's Dembele. Now it's Mbappe. Konsa. Oh, they could be caught out here. France looking forward to the break after some very good work in the first 45 minutes. Played out towards the right wing. Oh, well played. That has snuffed out the danger. Now it's Kane. Saliba. Now it's Mbappe. Konsa. Konsa tidy with his distribution. And this is Kane. And it's Rabiot. Played out to the left flank. Spread it left. Not the most accurate pass. Rice. And that has left him in a heap. Rabiot has given away a free kick. Now it's Kane. Threads one in. Rice. So a temporary halt to the action. Staggering, just staggering. Not in their wildest dreams would they have expected a half-time scoreline like this.
France really are in control here. They've done exactly what they set out to do. There's a genuine flow about their football, and some of the stuff they've played so far has been great on the eye.
France are looking awesome. Going into half-time with a lead then that is surely insurmountable. The second half is up and running. And that pass just didn't quite work. And that is going out for a goal kick. That has been slung wide. And he's there to get it away. And smartly reclaimed. Oh, that's delightful. Anderson. It's a really well-measured ball. And that has put paid to that. Now it's Mbappe. And it's Doué. And here's Mbappe. Bumps him off it and wins back the ball. Well, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. Mbappe being hunted in packs.
Yeah, as you'd expect, Peter, that defence ought to know when to step up or drop off, and they finally made a decision to get tighter.
And he's played it back. Oh, good spread. Now it's Olise. Chouameni. Decent chance! Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. France with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. Defending of the desperate variety. And now they can spring out of defence. And here's Olise. Bellingham. James. Now Anderson. Good effort from distance. Well, he caught that pure, but no end product.
Well, it was an ambitious attempt, but it'll keep the defence on its toes at least.
Gordon. And he's managed to get free. And here's Kane. O'Reilly. And he's picked it up out wide. Koundé with a fine tackle. And he's managed to get rid. Well, that tackle was certainly sturdy. And he's taking no chances there. Kane, great defending, strong and determined. Now it's Madueke. Goes looking wide. Koundé gets over and intercepts. Olise. Chouameni. And it's Dembele. He's on it, can he get away? Mbappe finds himself offside. England can now introduce the first of their substitutes.
Well, for me, this was the obvious substitution. He'd become just a little jaded, and as a result of that, he was most likely to make a mistake. I think sometimes when the body becomes tired, the brain goes with it, and I think that's happened in this case.
He shifted it to the flank. He's picked his way through. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. Now looking to orchestrate a counter. Nicely spread. Olise. And here's Dembele. Oh, good ball. Anderson. Oh, some astute defending there. Now it's Mbappe. He's having a hit! Mbappe! Oh, how good is that? He's got himself an absolute peach. And it is becoming almost too painful to watch. Where to next?
Absolutely no element of fluke either. Makes this even more worrying in some ways.
And that means just one thing, match ball.
Well, talk about being on top of your game. Everything seems to be coming off for him.
England making further changes here and in quick succession.
I think you have to admire his willingness to keep plugging away, but the manager has done him a big favour, I think, by taking him off. You know, he was looking very, very leggy.
This is a gloriously greedy performance. Gordon has been caught there, it's a foul. Spence tries to pass it through. No, not quite on the same wavelength. Konsa, Rice. Spread out to the left. Now it's Doué. Distributed tidily. Now it's Olise. And it's Rabiot. Big chance! It's loose, and he's following up! Goal! And the headlines continue to get darker and darker.
Well, I think we've reached the point when even damage limitations is no longer an option.
And yes, it's him again. Konsa, and it's Menu for Rice. Now it's Kane. That's going wide left. He's in plenty of space here. And the ball is out of play. Now it's Doué. Stones. That's that, the end. France can look back on a nigh-on perfect performance here. A super contest in which they swept their opponents aside ruthlessly. Mbappe happy to bask in the accolades from all around the stage. From either side of the channel, an international derby. The shores of England and France separated by a mere 21 miles of water, and their history so deeply intertwined. It is a sporting rivalry with depth. There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special. And we rise now for the English national anthem. Well, if that doesn't get the juices flowing, then nothing will. It's got all the ingredients. It is bound to be good.
Yeah, and this one I see as a game between two sides who know each other all too well, and games between the two have been generally close. While there will be quite a bit of probing and prodding, I'm expecting this to be nice and tight.
So that's got things underway. So, Jim, tell me this, who are you looking for in particular here?
This guy, Declan Rice, is a player I really rate. With him, you get exactly what it says on the box. A workhorse defensive midfielder who likes to stay in the deeper part of midfield, knowing his primary job is to make sure he shuts down any build-up play in that area.
He would be the obvious choice, wouldn't he? He certainly has. There's the shot! He's delivered all right!
Well, once more, it's him, and we can't be surprised because his instinct for doing this is incredible.
Oh, that is a sweet finish, gorgeously controlled and ruthlessly dispatched.
Yeah, the touch before the finish is so often the critical part, and we've just seen an example.
They have what they wanted, the first breakthrough.
Well, that's changed the mood entirely, as you'd expect, Peter. It'll be fascinating now to see what kind of reaction it will cause.
Kane! He's got away with one there.
And this is why almost every team presses from the front these days, Peter. If you get it right, it creates more chances.
Rice picks it up from the goal kick. And he cuts out the supply. Rabiot. Spread out to the left. Back towards the middle. Now it's Mbappe. Steaming on goalward. And the shot! And that's in! 2-0 and in next to no time. He made it happen, squeezed through with sheer will and considerable accuracy.
Well, I'm sat here, Peter, thinking that the keeper might have done a little better then. Maybe his positioning wasn't great, but then again, I don't think he had a wonderful view of it.
So that's 2 now without reply.
To be expected, Peter. They've gone and stepped it up, something they've been threatening to do and will continue to do by the looks of it.
Now it's Mbappe. That has been slung wide. Now it's Dembele. Now it's Mbappe. He's in a great position here.
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
And this is Kane. No, he's not getting his way this time. Now it's Mbappe. Can he spark a counter here? That's destined for the flank. Now it's Doué. Olise! And it's there! They are purring, truly purring. An opportunist strike, but he'll take it. He will own it.
The keeper might have been a little unsighted. He seemed awfully late in reacting to that.
Three 0 and things are starting to look awfully cosy.
Well, that's really winded the opposition. You can see their manager screaming on the touchline, telling his team to calm down. But they'll need to do that pretty quickly. It's composure from here.
Mignon clears. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. And it's Bellingham. And he's running through. Saliba with a fine tackle. Dembele. Dembele. And here's Mbappe. And the finish! And it's in! Again, in a trice, and they are soaring! There was no getting to that. No getting to it at all. Expertly done.
Just way too good, Peter. The keeper was never going to stop it.
Numéro 10.
Things looking so easy, almost too easy here.
Well, their manager seems to have them always thinking about the next goal. When's the next goal coming? They're such an entertaining watch.
And he welcomes it in. That's Doué! France with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. And it's hoisted clear. And this is Dembele. Mbappe receives it in a good position here. Bellingham. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. Oh, shooting chance! And that's a good finish. And they're threatening to fly away here.
I can see some heads dropping here now, Peter. I see things getting even worse out there if they're not careful.
32 minutes de jeu par le numéro 20.
This is a gloriously greedy performance.
I think there's been a greater menace to everything they've been doing during this spell, one that they hope will continue.
Oh, that's fabulous. He's on it, can he get away? Well, there's contact there one way or another. Oh, it's a penalty. And that really is the last thing they wanted to do.
Well, talk about being caught between a rock and a hard place. I don't think he had much choice there, although he's paid for it.
Not much more than a formality.
It's in, but only just. The keeper guessed correctly, and a heart-and-mouth moment for the taker.
But pour l'équipe d'Angleterre. Après 34 minutes de jeu par le numéro 9.
At least that has given their people something to smile about. Hernandez. And it's Doué. Mbappe. Decent chance! And yes, it's there! And this is getting ridiculous. Borderline crazy.
It's a mass exodus now. Certain sections of the stadium are leaving in droves, and you can't blame them.
And that means just one thing, match ball.
Well, he's made this game all about him. He's got a fantastic appetite for goals.
France are having a ball here. He shifted it to the flank. And here's Gordon. Now it's Mbappe. The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. Olise. Well-timed, excellent interception. Oh, that's a key interception. Just 5 minutes left until the break. Now it's Mbappe. O'Reilly. Gordon is onto it in a flash. Dembele gets a foot in here. Saliba. Rabiot.
Temps additionnel, 3 minutes.
And it's Doué. He's having a pop! And he couldn't keep it down.
Doué most definitely hit it with a lot of venom and little control. It carried hardly any danger.
That'll be a throw. So, a temporary halt to the action. Staggering, just staggering. Not in their wildest dreams would they have expected a half-time scoreline like this.
Well, I certainly wasn't expecting this, Peter, but it was totally deserved. They've been very, very good, and they'll be itching to get back out there and take it on further.
France have had it all their own way so far then, and they go in at the break in an utterly dominant position. And we are back underway. Now it's Olise. He is just caressing the ball. Rabiot goes for the shot! Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. Doué is flagged offside. Konsa. Stones. James. Long ball looking to counter. Maignan. And Upamecano. Oh, good spread. Now it's Olise. Very nicely done. And it's Tchouaméni. And it's Rabiot. Oh, he's having a go! Koundé. And it's Rabiot. He's going for goal! Well, he caught that pure, but no end product.
Rabiot clearly felt that distance wasn't an issue, but maybe there were better options for him there.
Anderson. Nicely spread. Now it's Olise. And this is Dembele. Picks out brilliant shapes to shoot! And he hits the net! It hurts, does it not? Oh, how reality hurts.
Well, I think we've reached the point when even damage limitations is no longer an option.
Clinical, just clinical. What a game this is turning out to be for him.
He has simply been truly awesome. He really has stamped his authority on this.
Stones.
Incentive set and incentive met. Now they've got to take it on another level.
Olise is being harried and hassled.
Well, he helps himself to a treble, Peter, and then they switch on. It's a bit late now.
He's having a hit! Oh, it rattles the bar! O'Reilly. Gordon. And they've got a throw. Now he's got space here. He is through here. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. Saliba. And Hernandez. And it's Doué. Oh, that pass isn't the best. Played out towards the right wing. Now it's Olise. Stones. And he's forced to go back. Konsa, distributed tidily. Madueke. No, he refuses to take the bait. And it's Doué. Just about up to 75 minutes. Takes the shot! Keeper always had the measure of that.
I think that's just more proof that this team is very comfortable playing on the break. They're really swift.
Changement.
Corner number 2 then. And that should get the job done. England have the chance to go the other way. Dembele calmly anticipates. Now it's Doué. Nice control. Early ball out from the back. Oh, that's well spotted. Upamecano. That's a good ball out wide. And here's Olise. And it's made its way to him. Well, that has not gone well. And here's Doué. Gordon gets a good foot in there. And here's Olise. Koundé. Olise receives it in a wide position. Goes for a shot! Oh, the ball's run loose here.
Oh, once he made the save, it didn't take the keeper long to start barking at his defence.
And the shot! And that's wide.
Attention, changement.
England have opted to make another change here. Rice. Rodgers. Now it's Kane. Played out to the left flank. Gordon in acres of space out wide. Rodgers. Hernandez does well to get it back. Oh, he's found support out wide.
Temps additionnel, 3 minutes.
Hernandez. And the number on the board is 3. Now it's Mbappe. Tries to pass it through. It's not an especially good pass, that. And that will be it. So a real showpiece win. This lot was simply far too clever for their opponents, and despite their best endeavours, it has ended in an easy win. Mbappe reflecting on a stellar performance, and now taking home a permanent reminder for his mantelpiece. Well, how will we look back on that?
France really were great today. They showed a lot of battling qualities required in a game like this, such as intensity, personality.
From either side of the channel, an international derby. The shores of England and France separated by a mere 21 miles of water, and their history so deeply intertwined. It is a sporting rivalry with depth. Colours vivid and vibrant, songs loud and proud. That tries one from range. Mbappe! Oh, how good is that?
Well, we can only hope that this has set the tone for what's to come. Captain Majestic has stunned the whole arena.
But pour l'équipe de France.
And that is about as cool as they come. He picked his spot expertly.
That's expertly finished, and he's done that so often.
So we have had the first significant moment. It is 1-0.
Well, that's changed the mood entirely, as you'd expect, Peter. It'll be fascinating now to see what kind of reaction it will cause.
It's loose, and there's a race for the ball. Gordon. Bellingham bops him off it and wins back the ball. And it's Doué. Dembele! And for a moment, time stood still. Rice. Mbappe. Now it's Olise. There's the shot! And no mistake. Not one, but two. It is a dream start. Piercing, and with pinpoint accuracy, he forces it through.
And I'm sat here, Peter, thinking that the keeper might have done a little better then. Maybe his positioning wasn't great, but then again, I don't think he had a wonderful view of it.
Things starting to look very comfortable.
This is wonderful front-footed football. The manager will be absolutely thrilled to see his team.
He'll try from distance. It's loose now and they want to get it. Oh, he's been caught on it here. Matwicki! Dealt with nicely by the defence.
Well, it's been a very attacking start here. It's looking good for them if they can maintain what we've seen.
2-0 ahead already. It's been an almost perfect start. Now it's Kane. In the end, they found themselves penned in, nowhere to go. Doué. France with the corner, they're first. England are looking to go forward now. Rice. Now O'Reilly. Oh, that's ambitious. And that will sail harmlessly past.
Well, talking about playing into your opponent's hands, that kind of thing is not going to get them back into this game.
Rabiot. Not the most accurate pass. Now that's well seen too. And it's Doué. Stones. That could spell trouble. It's a pretty loose pass. Distributed tidily. He's got away. Bellingham. And he's got away from it.
Such good technique.
That's really nicely played. And he's managed to get rid. Just more than 15 minutes till half-time. Gordon has the space to scheme. That'll be a corner. They've played it short. He's on it. Can he get away? Well, there's the clearance. And now a sudden chance to counter. Stones. Rice. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Now it's Kane. O'Reilly. Well, that's been cut out, well played. Now it's Mbappe. And it's O'Reilly. He's in plenty of space here. And here's Gordon. Has crossed into the middle. And that has been knocked clear. Coming up to half-time, leading, and things are looking pretty good. Now it's Doué. Now it's Mbappe. Now it's Dembele. Good ball. Good. Big chance! Oh, that was a brilliant save.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
Doué. Rice kept his eye on it, and he's there. Now it's Gordon. Now it's Kane. And he's managed to get free. It's a goal kick.
Il y aura 2 minutes de temps additionnel.
Hernandez. Rice. Now it's Mbappe. That's it, 45 minutes up. Any opinion you'd like to express on the first half?
France really did kick on after getting that first goal. Could they have done another one and killed the game off completely? Possibly. But as long as they can keep up the intensity, maintain the purpose levels, I think they'll get another chance soon enough.
France looking good, feeling good. It is 2-0 at the break. The second half is up and running. O'Reilly. Real chance! And he's found the net! It is an explosive start to the second half. His position was perfect, the invitation was there for him, and his response absolutely clinical.
Well, so often it comes down to that quality on the final pass, and we've got it here, Peter. The defence might want to have a good look at themselves as to how they let it happen.
A shift in momentum, perhaps.
The manager must have given them an earful at half-time, and fair play, because it seems to...
And a chance! It's run loose, who's going to get there? Tries a shot! It's a goal! And there we have it, the two-goal cushion. Right place, right time, and a fine instinctive finish.
Yeah, he showed great reactions there. Right place, right time, easy pickings.
Le numéro 14.
France go up by 2 and are looking good.
Well, there's only one team in it at the moment, and the question is, will they be happy to sit on this?
Olise could... And he's decided to go for it. Konsa. Chouameni over to the right flank. Gordon. And it's Bellingham for Rice. That's a good ball out wide. Madueke. He came in hard, very hard. Koundé. Oh, good spread. Now it's Olise. Mbappe currently being consciously targeted.
Well, he has to become a target. They've been too slow to recognise his influence.
Goes for the shot! Oh, he's given that plenty, but no.
Well, distance never seems to be an issue for some players, and he's certainly one of those. The opening was there, I guess. Worth a try.
Pass somewhat off target. Hernandez gets across to intercept that. Pressing high and with purpose. Hernandez. Now it's Mbappe. It's a really well-measured ball. Olise has found the net here, of course. James cuts it out. Rice. Gordon, who does have an assist to his name. And he's intervened well there. Saliba gets over and intercepts. Oh, that pass isn't the best. James, that is ended up in no man's land. And France can count, and he's let fly! Bellingham might just make this.
Look, they're prepared to be quite physical to contain any danger that might come their way.
Now it's Olise. O'Reilly. Now it's Mbappe. Dembele. Unrelenting. He's having a pop! And that really should have been that.
Well, his movement has certainly picked up. He's got that decisive goal on his mind.
Now it's Kane. Hernandez cuts out the pass. And he can clear it away. Rice. Now Konsa. And it's Kane. Spread out to the left. Goes for goal! And he gets rid in a hurry. Rice. Oh, that's well done, really robust. Mbappe. Doué. He's had a shot! Oh, what has happened here? And another try! Yes! With fun and fury, they continue to do their thing. Sharp, simple, satisfying. He just knew what was on.
Listen, he would have been advised to do that as a kid, and it's obviously etched in his mind now.
Final checks on the touchline. A change about to occur.
I think you have to admire his willingness to keep plugging away, but the manager has done him a big favour, I think, by taking him off. You know, he was looking very, very leggy.
France visibly comfortable, now up by 3. Spread to the right. And it's Chouameni. Tries from a long way out. And that is wildly off target. Anderson. And it's Rice. Well read, nice interception. Time added on will be 2 minutes. Stones. Anderson. James. Rabiot. And there goes the final whistle. So a real showpiece win. This lot was simply far too clever for their opponents, and despite their best endeavours, it has ended in an easy win. Mbappe picking up the Man of the Match award, and no surprise there. Well, how will we look back on that?
France really were great today. They showed a lot of battling qualities required in a game like this, such as intensity, personality, a gritty spirit. I think this result was well merited.
Well, thanks to Jim alongside me.